Welcome back to the channel, fellow adventurers. If you're new here, we do EDC gear and knife reviews. If you like that kind of thing, please consider subscribing to the channel. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about what we have on the table in front of us. We have a new company here, or a little bit newer company, HX Outdoors. They sent this knife to me to review. Even though they supplied the knife, all the opinions are of my own. Let's start here. This knife is known as the Rock Flourite. Comes in this nice hard shell case. It's not a big case, so it's not a big knife. Let's open her up and see what we got. Okay, we have the knife itself. We'll take that out of the plastic. We've got a hang tag, even though it's not hung on there. And as it says here, it's got the HX Outdoors logo. And it says, every man deserves an exceptional knife. Well, so does every woman. And then it's got their website on the back and a place where you can email them and somewhere you can scan to get more information. And I do appreciate them sending it. You have a cleaning cloth with their logo. We've got a titanium handle here with basically 6 screws showing on each side. A non-reversible clip. It's not deep carry. It does have a titanium spacer here. I love the milling right off the bat. I love the milling on the handle. It's a flipper. It's not a captive pivot, so you will have to use 2 tools to open that up. I wish it was a captive pivot. That's something I really like. What I like, jimping right here on the flipper tab. It's a small flipper tab, and the way that is cut in there gives you a lot of access to it. Ooh, that pops out of there really nicely. A little bit of oil on it. That's to be expected. It's from shipping. I'd rather have oil than not. We've got the HX Outdoors logo here. It's a little billboardy for some people. For me, I don't mind it. I'm not a person who minds it. It's a D2 steel. It's a drop point. And look at the way that comes up here. Almost reminds me a little bit of a Spyderco. And you have your deployment opening there as well. So there's 2 methods of deploying this. It's a liner lock. And, ooh, it's drop shutty. Definitely. Very easy to manage that lock. I really appreciate that. And that's a control drop. That's great. And let's see. Ooh, very easy to open with your thumb. I am not good at reverse flicking it, so I'm not even going to embarrass myself. On this side of the blade, here, you have the model, the TD-15T. And then you have, again, the Chinese symbol there. I'm going to have to go to Google Translate and translate this after we're done filming it and put it on the screen to show what it says. Now, initial thoughts. You've got a great place to, you have a finger choil here, which is great to choke up on. Look at that. That makes this feel like a much bigger knife. This blade comes in at 3 inches. An overall length on this comes out to, let's see. This is 4.2, so 7.2 inches is the overall length. So there, I had a quick math in my head. So 7.2 inches. Look at that. This is very ergonomic. That is fantastic. And this is a budget knife. Regularly, they sell for about $58 on Amazon. And there's usually coupons available, so you can get it for less. At the time of filming this, there was a 40% off coupon available. So that brings it down in price incredibly. So, you know, that's not bad. I mean, the handle, it's titanium. I don't know what grade titanium it is, but it feels really good. And the weight on this comes in at 3.7 ounces. So it's not heavy. It's not light. It does have weight. You can feel it. It feels slightly to me, yeah, it's handle heavy. Yeah, it's handle heavy. So it's not a great balancer, but it doesn't need to be. I mean, we're not balancing. We're holding and grabbing. So no hot spots to speak of. That is really nice. Not a bit of hot spot on here. I wish this was a deep carry clip. That's one thing I will say. And possibly what would make this even better, instead of the stainless steel clip, is making that a milled titanium clip or just a titanium clip. Let's see how that looks in the pocket. So we've got our simulated pocket here. And let's turn it the right way. Okay, that slides in there very easily. It's not a very tight clip. It's a little loose, but and it's not a deep carry at all. You're gonna have a lot of knives sticking out of the pocket. That is one critique I have, but it's minor. I mean, for some reason, for some people that'll bother them. For me, it's not bad because I usually when I carry a knife, I usually have a shirt hanging over. So let's just imagine this cleaning cloth with my shirt. My shirt's going to be covering it anyway, probably to about here. So, but if you're a person who tucks in your shirts, you're going to be seen. Overall, I will say, for the price point, this is fantastic. Now let's look at the size comparison. Again, it's a 3-inch blade, so it's not the biggest around. Compare it again to the Benchmade Bug Out. Blade's a little smaller. Handle, though, is slightly bigger. Compared to Spyderco, the Manix 2, blade length is a little shorter, but the cutting surface is about exactly the same. I don't know if you could see that. So if we move to where the cutting surface starts, they're pretty much the same cutting surface. Obviously, the Manix 2 has a much bigger handle. And then if we compare it to the Kershaw Leak, it's definitely a bigger blade, longer. Cutting surface, though, is about the same, but it's got a better handle shape, or not a better handle shape, but a bigger handle. So let's get these out of the way. So HX Outdoors did a really good job with this, especially since this is a company that's newer to the market. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. I think this is going to be a great knife to carry, and I can't wait to start carrying it. So this sums up, basically, this is a great budget knife. You know, what I like is some companies are starting to get it. They're starting to figure out that we want a premium handle and a premium look without the premium price. We don't necessarily need the best blade steel. D2, for the longest time, has been a great blade steel. Now, are there better blade steels? Yes. Is it a super steel? No. But this combination keeps the price point at a very value-oriented spot. And for the money, if you're looking for something that looks good, feels good, I don't think you could go wrong with this. HX Outdoors, very good job. I appreciate what you did with this, and I appreciate you sending it to the channel. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. And as I always say, until we meet again, keep your blade sharp.